Achievements of interactionist approach. Notwithstanding the limitations of the interactionist approach, it does have to its credit a number of achievements. So with the use of interactionist approach, we know a number of things. For instance, research has shown that when a native speaker speaks to someone who is still learning a language, they will work actively to achieve mutual understanding. And to come to that mutual understanding or to facilitate communication, they will negotiate constantly. And by negotiation, we mean asking for clarifications, confirmation, double checking, repetitions. All of these things will occur in their communication. Now, within this communication and within these interactions, there will be an opportunity for the non-native speaker, that is the person who is not born into that place where this language is spoken as a first language. It will offer the opportunity to the second language learner to notice certain aspects of language that he or she might not know before. So they might notice the gap between their own language, that is how they are speaking, and then notice how a target language is spoken correctly by listening to the native speaker. Now, this may be either provided through positive evidence when the native speaker speaks in a language and we hear it, so we get an idea of how to speak about certain things, although we might not be at that stage in the beginning. And then through negative evidence, when we speak something, we as second language learners speak something and someone corrects us or gives us a recast, rephrases what we want to say, asks for confirmation and clarification. Within that, we come to understand what was there within our own sentence structure that was causing a problem in comprehension. And we are able to sort of fix that problem. So we know this from the interactionist researches. We also know that when the non-native speaker is carrying out these negotiations, that is, we are trying to come to some mutual understanding, it is a possibility that the second language learner does not take up immediately the correction that is provided by the native speaker. So we may not reconstruct the sentence exactly how the native speaker has constructed for us. However, we also know that there is a possibility that although we may not take up the correction of the utterance or the sentence, yet we may make this correction in our future utterances. So we might have noticed, we might not use it over there, but we might use it at a later stage. I keep on using the word utterance, and sometimes I also use the word sentence. Please remember, more or less they are similar. A sentence is a unit of something of a language that makes complete sense, but sentence is used when we are talking about a written discourse or written language. Utterance is used when we are talking about spoken language. So in any case, coming back to the achievements of interactionist approach, it has been shown that the learners who receive this negative feedback either directly or indirectly through recast, through the reformulating of the utterance by a more proficient peer or by the teacher or by a native speaker, they do benefit a lot from this. However, there has to be some mechanism through which attention has to be drawn to some salient features of the language at times.